So the first, it's up, come right in. Come on, we want to keep this casual and have you just have a conversation. So I'm going to ask you the first question is, I want to get a sense of your general feelings of what it felt like for you. What did it feel like for you to express emotions through art? So that's the first question on the table. What did it feel like for you to express your emotions through art? Anybody have any feelings on that? Right in the back.
It was difficult at first, especially on the sad expression. I felt blocked. I didn't want to do it, but I went ahead and did it anyway.
Yeah. Can I pick your brain a little bit on
Sure.
that? This idea that you felt blocked. Can you tell me more of that feeling?
I felt blocked from the emotion coming out of my hand. I couldn't get the emotion through my physical coloring or whatever.
Right.
And that was kind of the block part, so I just did it. I went out of the lines.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
feedback. I mean, we have found doing this how surprised we always are of how Americans, we love to stay in the lines, right? Any other comments on that? Yeah, please, right here.
Along the same lines, kind of confused, because like you say, lines. I felt like I had to stay inside the lines, and so, like if I would have had a blank piece of paper and then you told me to express my emotions, then I would have been able to draw my own picture. But seeing that there was already a picture there, then it was like, well, what colors do I use? Do I make shapes in there? You know what I mean? And so I just started coloring.
That's great
You know what I
insights.
mean?
Yeah, those are great insights. Anybody else? Same question. What did it feel? Yes, here, and then we'll go on to
I
the
think I
back.
put more intensity in that picture to the point my hand was hurting. I do have carpal tunnel anyway,
Okay.
but my hand was physically hurting.
Now you
by
just
time
used the
we
word
finished.
intensity in the painting, right?
Yes.
Can you tell me more about that?
Just holding the pencil harder, pushing harder, trying
Right.
to.
Great, that's a great insight.
I found that as
Oh,
well.
and one in the back and then right here. Mariah in the back? Yes.
In regards to the sad one, or go back to when you first felt sadness, I thought I heard you say that you can go off page, you can write words or whatever, and I just went to town. Like it felt good to me to get out of the lines, because my first picture, even though it was happy, I wanted to stay in the lines, make it look all pretty. The second one, I didn't want to stay in the lines. I wanted to do this, and I did, and it felt freeing.
Wait. You used the word free. It felt free. Can you elaborate on that a little?
Just to not be so constrained, like staying within the lines.
That felt
In regards to just my own life. And so like when goes sad, there's a lot of anger in that piece for me. And so to express anger felt good.
great. Thank you. Did you have a comment? Yes.
It brought out deep-seated issues for me, and it made me angry. It made me very upset, to the point that, like, I'm going to share this with you because it doesn't bother me to do. I immediately was outside. I started from out here,
Show the back.
and so this is just
I
me.
heard it.
So yeah, and then the more I was sketching, I mean, it just got more and more intense, as you were saying, and it made me very angry.
Can you?
And I'm usually very controlled in my anger, and it just brought out like super deep-seated issues, I guess. Not issues, but the past, and I became extremely angry and became emotional.
Okay, so I think we noticed you got very emotional.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about how those feelings. Was it a snowball? Did they
Sort of.
Yeah.
I knew
From the
exactly
beginning
where it was going to start, pretty much. I mean, as soon as you said it, it's just, it became that way. That's why it became more and more intense, as you can see.
Yeah, I see that, girl.
Yeah, so it went from this to this.
Okay, so let me pick your brain one last time. Tell me how your feelings changed from that painting to that one.
Complete opposite. I mean, this is just super joyful. The colors, you know, the blues. It's very signifying for me and my first memories of happiness, I guess. And then it goes to this, and this is all childhood stuff for me. So,
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you so
welcome.
much. Anyone else? Yes.
It's kind of silly.
Nothing silly.
Whenever you say sadness, I associate anger with sadness as well. You know what I mean? And that's, I guess I was looking for sad face or angry faces in these drawings. You know what I mean? Trying to find the anger in there. So I know it was supposed to be sad, but I guess the anger just came out. You know?
That's beautiful anger there, by the way. That looks good.
You said you associate anger with sadness.
Yes,
Okay.
it came out in my drawings. You know, I was trying to find angry faces in there.
Do you think that this helped you connect this anger with sadness?
You know, I think so. You know, I believe I've always had those separated, but I believe I associate anger with sadness now.
Thank you. Anybody else? Yes.
I know for me, with the first happy drawing, like I was like wanting to look at hers, but on the on the sadness one, I was like really focused on mine. Like I don't know, I felt like I was not here almost, but I don't know if it was similar to anybody else.
Can I pick your brain a little?
Sure.
Is there anything happening in life right now that made you feel that way?
I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Thank you. That's a great point. Anybody else? All right, so let me ask you a second question. Now that you use this, and those are really amazing reflections. I'm always amazed how, as a sociologist, I shouldn't be amazed, but I'm always amazed at how people let their feelings go. Who do you think that this type of activity, that this type of a product, I mean the word product is what it is, but who do you think can be helped by engaging in these types of activities with this kind of product? Who can this help? And if your answer is like absolutely no one, that's fine too. Yes, please.
I think, especially for myself, as technical as I am, as non-artistic as I think I am, I actually kind of agree with both points that, like, because there's lines to start with, but also they have a lot of blank space. I don't know. I found for me it was more about, like you said, just the emotion of it all. So I think if anybody, probably adults that aren't already artistic or don't think of themselves artistic, because the prompts were so well guided. And honestly, I want to just do a couple more, but I know we have only so much time. But I don't know. I didn't come into this knowing what to expect, and then when we started it, I was like, okay.
You said you're technical.
Yes.
Does that mean if I can ask you?
Oh yeah, IT support.
Your career or
yeah.
what you do? Are you computer science?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I always think of myself as like non-artistic, not creative. You know, you in any field you come up with creative solutions, but you don't put the two together. So for me, it was not something I normally do. We have like tons of coloring books at home, but I never touch any of them. So that's kind of the main reason I came, to kind of like see what would come out, basically.
Okay. Well, this is to ask a question, right? Oh yes, please.
Just to answer your question
Yes.
that you asked, I think the exercises like this help people with trauma that have experienced some type of trauma in their life and that have maybe are having a really hard time getting to the emotion or speaking the emotion, and to put colors or paints or collaging or whatever together can be truly effective in getting down to the heart of what's really they've experienced and getting it out, and creates conversation between them and the person that's trying to help.